Hello and welcome to Ashley Inspires Kitchen. We are going to make the Inspyrd Cacao Elixir. I usually do this by whatever I feel I want in my brain. But today we're actually going to try to narrow it down for you and actually give you step by step how to make it. So here we go. I've got my pot on the stove. I'm going to get my coconut cream, which is, you can use coconut milk. I recommend keeping it full fat because then there's nothing removed. But most importantly is your ingredients: organic coconut cream, organic coconut, and filtered water. That is it. And that is all I want for you. I just want that for you. So, opening this. And it's a little sticky. You can do milk. I go back and forth. This is just what I grabbed this time. So pouring it in this measuring cup. So that's 1 cup. I think we're going to do 1.5 cups of this. We'll turn that on now that we have something to heat up. And then we'll do 1.5 cups. So basically you could use a can. Yep, that's that. Great. Use it. And you've got all this deliciousness in here. So you just scrape that off and you always have to taste it because, you got to make sure it's safe for everybody. So then you put it in there. And we get that heated up. We get that warming up. Get it? La la, la la. Warm it up. Okay. Gorgeous. And along with that, I like to add a little coconut oil. And if you have the time and you don't need to speak to anyone, grab another spoon. Because, I like that one. And I don't care, but, some people care. So, grabbing this, I'm going to scoop that's about a tablespoon. I'm going to tap it in there. I'm going to slide it in there with my finger. Like that. Yeah. And if you don't have to talk to anybody, take a tablespoon, stick it in your mouth, and oil pool. Let it melt and slush around in there for a while, and then spit it in the trash, not down the sink, okay? Okay. Glad we're in agreement. I've got coconut oil on my finger. Okay. Now, get your little spoon and just start stirring that up. Now, what I like to add here is I have chai. This is a chai blend. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of this. Yes. Tablespoon. Maybe 2. 2 tablespoons. So I hear some sizzling already. So I'm just taking note of that. I'm going to turn my heat down. You don't want to burn it. Cacao is very, very delicate. I don't know. Just don't boil it. Take care. Take care of everything. I'm adding some water. So we did about a can of the coconut. Now I'm going to do about 1/2 cup of water. This water is already hot. It's about 3/4. Like I said, I eyeball it. We're probably going to have to make some tweaks, but at least we'll have something to go with. Clinkies. This is also my Shilajit tea, lemon ginger as well. Okay, so turning the heat back up a little bit now that we added some more liquid in there. So we've got the chai in there, coconut oil, coconut milk. We've got some rose petals here. That's an option. Oh, I'm just thinking now, I like to put citrus in sometimes, and I don't think I have any citrus on deck. I would have to go pick a lemon from the lemon tree, but we'll wait there. Now, option, gelatin. If you're into it, great. If not, don't need it. I'm just kind of into it right now. And again, you want to be mindful of the heat level on this too, so I'll probably wait till the very end to put that in. Here we've got some syrup. Let's add this. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon of syrup here. And it can be a flowing tablespoon of syrup. Just let it flow. We love that. And I've got functional mushrooms here. So this is already a blend that I make, and I'm just thinking if I have them right here to show you. It's like red reishi, lion's mane, maitake. I use a mucuna, which again I would have to look up and see exactly what that is again, as well as a maca. And I'm gonna do this serving of that, and I'm gonna say this is probably about a tablespoon as well. So I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna put my rosebuds in. Do I want to use all of them? I'm gonna use about half of that, so that's gonna be about a tablespoon of rosebuds. If you don't have rosebuds, you don't need it. It's just a floral essence that I enjoy in my cacao. That's the thing about cacao. It's really all you need is a milk base, a little bit of water, your cacao, Himalayan sea salt, and whatever sweetener you want, maple syrup, agave, sugar. Don't use sugar. But whatever sweetener you want. If you want sweetener, maybe you like it real bitter too. That's cool. If you want a little kick, add a little cayenne. And then I eyeball this like just a dab will do you. Just to heat you up a little bit. Yeah, just that. So I really think my secret as to why people were requesting this is that I use, this is cinnamon. Really good at this. Is the chai. I think simmering the chai in there is really part of the magic. Just because there's so many different flavor profiles in chai. So I would take that into consideration if that's what you're looking for, your little secret weapon. And I think I'm gonna add the cacao now so we can start getting everything moving in there together. So this is my Choco Vivo, which I have a link for in the belows, and I'm gonna grab it, and there's really not much left, so I'm even wondering if I'll just end up using the whole bag. But here's a tablespoon, and here's another tablespoon. We're gonna see what that tastes like, because we don't know. We just eyeball it. Cacao is so good for many different reasons. Amino acids, antioxidants, natural mood booster. It enhances your cognitive function with essential vitamins and minerals and nutrients like zinc and copper, and a ton of B vitamins, your E vitamin. Just really, really nutrient rich. Balances the internal organs, your blood pressure and everything. It's just very, very good for you. It's just so good. So we're stirring it up here. It's looking really yummy. I like the color of it. And this is like a daily drinking cacao. If you want to make a ceremonial cacao, I would use similar ingredients, but I might use a higher grade cacao, which there is also a link for your ceremonial grade. But if you want more of the daily ritual, this is super great, super quick and easy. And I think we're going to put some salt in here. And I just kind of do a little pinch, but I'm also a salt lover. I love my sweet and salty, so I might add a pinch and a kiss of some. I'm going to stir it up some more. So now, because we have the rose petals and the chai in there, now you've got a lot of stuff. Like, it's chunky, right? And you don't want to be sipping on that stuff. You don't want to be munching on your cacao. So I'm just going to let that simmer for a minute, and then I'm going to start to kind of clean up a little bit just to let it do its job here. let it work. And then we can give it a little taste. Is that for that jar? That's the coconut jar. Is that for that jar? Oh, I see what happened. So this is for, all my lids are mixed up because I was looking at my ghee and I was like, that's not the lid for the ghee. So the lid for the ghee is actually the lid for the Himalayan sea salt. This looks like one of these is, who's that? Who's that? Okay. I think ghee and coconut. Okay, we figured that out. Great. Now I'm going to add my little gelatin to it. And gelatin is also a thickener, natural thickener. So feel free to use that for that reason as well. We'll mix up. It's very hot. So we're going to turn it down. Gonna turn it down. Gonna let it cool a little bit. And we're going to need this little friend here and something to pour it into. And I've got this. One of these has a slice right in the middle of it. So, okay, got my little bowl here. Got that. And we're going to do this. And then I'm going to take it here. So just pouring it over, straining it. So then you've got your chai and your rose petals in there. And then you can say a little blessing over it, little prayer. Sometimes I'll do freshly ground cardamom or a nutmeg, depending on what you're feeling. If you're feeling the holiday spirit, you can add peppermint to it and make it a peppermint cacao. And that tastes pretty perfect to me. And then you can see like, oh, maybe I do want a little more salt. Maybe I want a little more sweetener. Maybe I need a little bit of citrus. Maybe I need some more chai. You know, you'll figure it out. Okay? Cheers.